How's it, Data Fam? Today I'm going to be taking you guys through the Microsoft certification platform. So, if you've ever wondered where exactly you can get these micro certifications and how exactly you navigate to the relevant certifications that you'd like to do, well, in today's video, I'm going to be taking you guys through the platform and how exactly you can get to the specific certifications, depending on what career path you also want to follow. And also, you can get a roadmap on what certifications you need to do depending on your plan. So, I've already got my screen ready. I have already added the link that you guys will need to access this platform. It's on the video description, so you can just click on it. It will take you to the same place that I'm gonna go now. Because I already have the link saved on my home screen, so I'm just gonna click on the micro certification. So the moment I click on Microsoft certification, you can see that I get to the place where I can see two very important things, right? I see Microsoft certifications, and you can see browse the certifications or view the poster. Viewing the poster allows you to see this, which is like a design poster to show you the Microsoft certifications. It's a full list of the Microsoft certifications that you need to be aware of. So you can either do that or actually browse the certifications. But if you go lower, you can see that there's something called Microsoft Applied Skills. So if you want to do applied skills, this is where you'd actually do the applied skills. You can also view the poster and be able to get a better understanding of what exactly are Microsoft Applied Skills. Now, these are free, so you don't have to pay to actually work on an applied skill. If you scroll down further, it's not really much important information. So what you want to do is to stick with the first one. Now, if you want to do micro certifications, if you click on view poster, so the viewing of the poster will take you to a list of Microsoft certifications. Now, the way that you can use this is that firstly, if you look at the top over here, you've got cloud and AI platforms, you've got AI businesses, and you've got security. Now, this top area tells you the focus area you should be looking at. If you're focused on cloud computing, this block is what you need to be focusing on. And if you look at further, you can see the different certifications that are related to cloud, Azure Fundamentals, Azure Administrator, all this different speciality. And on your left, going down, you can clearly see that the first row here would be sort of like your fundamental certifications. As you go down further, you get the role based, which is like your associate level certifications. And if you go down further, you can see that you've got specialty and business. So these are the different levels of the certifications. Now, if you look at those blocks, you've got AI fundamentals, AI engineer, and all of that. So this block only has AI related and data science related certifications. And this one also has data related certifications. Now, this is a great start, honestly, to understand what certifications that you need. You can also download this and keep it next to you so that whenever you want to get an understanding of what certification to do next, you can actually do that. And you can actually click on this and it would take you to an actual certification itself. So if you identify that, okay, I want to do the Azure data fundamentals, you just click on the Azure data fundamentals and this will take you directly to the certification itself. So it's a really cool place for you to get a high level view of the micro certifications that are out there. But another very, I think, a much more efficient way is if you click on browse certifications. Now, if you browse certifications, you get the full list of Microsoft certifications available. What you need to do, if you see on your left, you've got products, you need to skip that one. And you've got roles. Now, roles is what's important because depending on what you want to become, if you want to become a data analyst, you'll go over here and say data analyst. Once you click on data analyst, you'd be able to see the certifications relevant to someone who wants to become a data analyst. So from here, you can see that if you want to become a data analyst using Microsoft, you need to do the Fabrics Analytics Engineer or the Power BI certification. So those are the two certifications you need to do. But if you want to become, let's say, a data engineer or data scientist, let's say data scientist, if you say data scientist, it will show you the certification that you need to do in order to become a data scientist or to be certified in data science related concepts in the Microsoft context. So that would be what you need to look into. So it's a really cool way of actually getting it also helps you to prioritize and plan your certifications because now you know what you need to do as a data analyst. Now, the cool thing, let's say I've said data engineer, for example, I can actually go into the certification itself. Let's say I want to do the Azure fundamentals. Data Fundamentals. So if you click on the Azure Data Fundamentals, it takes you directly to the certification content. So this is where you get all the learning material you need to complete and prepare for the exam. Now, if you click on the first one, which is Introduction to Azure Data Fundamentals Core Concepts, this will take you to the actual content itself. And within this, you can see that there's different modules that you can actually do. So you've got Explore Core Concepts. So this will show you all the different, and you can explore the data roles. So if you click on the starting point, which is the introduction, this will take you to the corner. So this is what you need to read and this is what you need to study. So you need to go through each information, and once you're done, you just mark complete, and then you move on to the next. And at the top over here, they keep a record of your points. So you guys can see that I've actually done quite a lot of the certifications because my points are relatively high. So I'm currently on level 11. So they also keep track of the different levels. That you're actually in. So as you complete the certification at the end, you actually get a very tiny assessment. It's a good way of actually testing if you understood the concepts that you're actually learning about. So in a nutshell, that is how you can actually navigate and go through each of the different sort of content material. But before we close, there's something that's also very important. So if you scroll down further, you can actually do a practice assessment. Now, this is great in actually helping you get a good understanding or how much your understanding is of the actual certification. It's good for you to just check your understanding before you actually prepare for the exam. For example, you get about 50 questions, then they'll ask you which data structure should you use to whatever. Then let's say, I'm not reading this honestly, but yeah. So let's say you say relational database, you say check your answer. If your answer is correct, they will actually say they'll give you a detailed description. And if your answer was wrong, they would still give you this information, actually tell you where exactly you can go further to get additional information. So I genuinely think it's a really cool platform in helping you also to prepare for the exam, because you also get to see where your gap actually is. Another cool thing, you can actually experience a demo environment of the exam itself. So this is really cool, honestly. And they also tell you that the exam is about 45 minutes, exam policy and all of that. And if you're ready to write the exam, you can actually schedule for the exam, select the country, and then start scheduling for the exam. Or you can actually click on the exam guide. The exam guide is really cool in a sense that it actually tells you what will the exam be focusing on. It gives you an understanding of the concept you need to prepare for. So if you look at the exam guide, you can clearly see that it goes into the detail to say, okay, cool, this is the audience, this is what they want to cover, this is the skills measured, these are the things that would be asked. So it's a really good way of preparing for the exam. So in summary, if you guys want to prepare for the Microsoft certification exam, this is the platform that you go to get this information. This is how